Sup, dude?
Hello.
How you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Yeah, I love coaching British people. I love their accent. I had a British guy yesterday, and it was quite fun.
All right.
Trying to find your replay right now.
All right.
God damn it. Okay. So load it up. Go at 1 minute times 2. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I need to check if you. Sometimes PayPal is slow with the emails.
All right. Yeah.
I'll get on PayPal for a second.
Okay.
So what's your problem with PvT in general?
I struggle with like the multitasking of dealing with drops, and the main army composition I deal with is Marine Marauder Medevac, and it
Oh,
just seems to always die to it basically.
okay. So like they drop and you can defend it.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Let me go to 1 minute.
Yep. I'm there.
Okay, so 1 minute. Three, two, one, go. So you're having trouble basically defending drops, and then you die. Like they drop in the main, and you pull all your army, and then they attack at the natural, and then you die.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Okay, okay, really easy. You need two observers, one in the main, one like at the entrance of their base, aka like if they have a natural, you put it outside the natural. As they
hmm
leave, you tag that observer on one of the marauders, and then the one that's in their main, you have it hotkeyed, and once they leave, you leave with that observer and you follow their army parallel and parallel to where they're going. So like the second observer will never get scanned. They'll usually scan the first one, or since you're Plat, they'll never scan. And then and if they scan the first one, then you bring the second one close enough to see what they're doing with the drops, and basically that's it. And you need to put the stalkers on two, put everything else on one, like Zealot, Sentry, Immortal. Immortals are pretty good too. Like if you're not rushing Colossus, Zealot, Sentry, Immortal, if they're trying to drop you, will usually like do a good defense at the front, and then the stalkers in the main to hopefully snipe the Medivacs. If they do succeed to land in your main, you need a Zealot or two to tank for your stalkers because your stalkers are like precious.
Yeah.
So did you like you understand that, right? Like everything I said. If you do that, Terran drops will be 100 times easier. And then after that,
hmm
it's just not fucking up the macro, having good upgrades, having a good army composition. Like you're Plat, so maybe you do that. Um, like anytime you have too many stalkers, you cannot win a PvT. Stalkers, it's called the stalker syndrome. Like if you have
Yeah.
too
I
many
often
stalkers,
get way too many stalkers.
yeah, like past 10 stalkers, you can't win. Like, you should only have stalkers to snipe Minivag's Vikings, basically.
hmm
So, like, you need Colossus or Storm. If they have too many Marines, you always need AoE, so keep that in mind. A lot of Marauders, you need charge lots. And basically, 8 to 10 to 12 stalkers to just get rid of the Vikings or snipe the Minivacs as they're kiting you. Now,
hmm
I'm not a fan of what you did, like really poor scouting, and you're just making a war prism, not expanding. See, like you're even like making like those stalkers, like six stalkers can be 3 sentries, 3 zots. Is that it? Yeah. No, no, no. That's more than that. It's six, like four. Hold on, I really suck at maths right now. Um, yeah, six zealots and 3 sentries instead of having those stalkers, and you would do like a lot better against his army if he would have
hmm
attacked with all those marauders. Because like here's the thing, right? Stalkers win. if you have a bigger number than Marauders. Stalkers win against non-stim Marines because you can pull them back, but they lose against Stim Marine. They lose against Marauder for like the same number, and they lose to Stim Marauders. So you see like how many times Stalkers are like crooked in this matchup. Like, don't get
Mm.
me wrong, like you'll see some Protoss do like a Stalker push, but that's because they have a lot of sentries and immortals with it, and they just don't want to like send Zots in that will just like automatically die and not do anything. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So like if you want to keep a range army, if because you're fighting against bunkers or whatever, that can work. But like and yeah, your expansion was just way too late. Like you could have expanded like like the moment you see you have an advantage, you should expand. Like you expand way too late. You make those out. Those out. That's a war prism, bro. The warp. You could have sent a war prism, make the expand first, and then put units in the war prism like halfway across the map or near his base, and then send it. You understand that?
Yeah, yeah.
Like basically, and I know you're like the cannons. Like you don't like you kill all his drops. What is he gonna drop? Why do you need the cannons? You don't need the cannons. Go Second Forge Twilight. Go Colossus. Like
Mm.
I know you're like. Have you played any RTS before?
Yeah, I used to play a lot of Age of Empires and
Okay,
Command
yeah.
and Conquer
So
on that.
that explains it. So basically, right? I know I'm being really critical and bitchy, but that's how I am. Just so you improve. No, it's just so you improve and like like after our session what you do wrong. But my point is, everything you do can always be done better. So every time you play, always think, did I do this right? Was that too slow? I fucked up. I fucked this up. I fucked that up. And always try to go for the perfect answer. Like right now, okay, you're gonna have 1-1 upgrades. Where's your AoE? Like it's 15 minutes into the game. Like you need AoE. He has a lot of Marines. Those getaway units don't do good. Like getaway units suck against Bio unless like you have way superior upgrades. Are you gonna win this game?
No, I lose this game.
Okay, good. That's because of the Stalker syndrome.
Yeah.
God.
Because like I'm not sure if it's just because since I've been in lower leagues, because I've through the seasons I've come up from bronze. I was bronze in the first league and silver in second and so on.
Oh, that's pretty
And
cool.
and basically
Yeah,
this was actually the first game I had ever built High Templar. I used to always go for Colossus.
yeah, you could have won like force field a ramp, and then you lost your proxy pattern and you didn't remake anything.
Yeah, you see as well my manners got a bit.
Oh, the orbital! I would have went for the Minivax to be honest. That way, since you have better upgrades, you can easily win against his bio. Force field a ramp. Okay, nice. Yeah, okay. So yeah, back home, not doing shit, going like here's the thing, right? You're like making like you're gas starved. Like you could have took like a turn. Like the moment you kill like most his army before attacking the orbital, you could have took a turn. Like you really need a turn. The gases were too late at the natural. Yeah, like well you're Plat, so I'm gonna give you a break. But your game sense about the economy is really bad, and your stalker syndrome is really sad. I think I'm just gonna show you a replay of mine and explain you everything I do and why I do it.
Hmm.
And after that, I'm gonna get you to play. Basically, I'm gonna get you to open whatever, like, like one gate expand or two gate expand or whatever. The opening really doesn't matter. Like, you can make any opening works as long as well, and some are really retarded like Stargate or whatever, but as long as you scout and you learn from your mistakes, any opening is doable as long as you are willing to do try and error. As long as you don't give up after like, oh, this didn't work, I'll never do that again. As long as you don't have this mentality and you just do try and error and learn from your mistakes, you should be able to make any build order work. So basically what we'll do is we'll play on a like fast expand map, and I'll make you play someone that's not gonna cheese because we're gonna tell him to not cheese, and then I'm just gonna help you with decision making, economy wise, making probes. Like I'll make you understand what it's like to not suck. But no, for someone that was bronze first season, it's pretty good. Just a soccer syndrome. One, like I'm telling you, like after this coaching session, you'll come back in a week and you'll be like, "Oh my God, Des, I don't lose PvT," and then you'll get diamond or like close to diamond, and you'll be like, "Des, I keep losing. I'm sad." Like as you get better, you're always gonna like start getting new opponents, and new opponents are gonna give you new problems, and they're gonna like make less mistakes, and the mistakes that you used to make that didn't matter because you were playing bad opponents are gonna start like killing you. So like after this session, you're gonna win a lot, but after that, it's gonna be hard. So don't be sad. That was pretty good. The killing the PF, and you had like really way better upgrades than him. You just didn't have any AOE. That's really your problem. All
Yeah.
those stalkers are. You moved into him.
I know. I was so angry with myself when I did that.
Yeah, I got really angry today too when I did it in a tournament. I almost broke something, but then I remembered that it had hurt me, and then it would break something valuable. So. But no, it's just like yeah, this game we're not gonna watch the end. So now we just need a macro game from me. I've been doing like really aggressive style lately, where I just like push a lot and don't like go for a macro game in
Hmm.
PvT, just because it's important to mix it up too. Like if you feel well at your level, it's better to stick with one. But once you get like Diamond Masters, if like you feel like you've been doing that build too much and it's been working out too good, try to do something else. You know. Nom 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 nom. Hold on. Did I win this game? I did win it. 5 minute game. That's not for us. Um. Let's look at this game. Oh, 14-minute game, and I did win. Okay, it's Christmas. Sending you that. I haven't checked it at all, so hopefully it's not too like retarded. But it's just like gonna show you a little bit. Like I'll explain like a few things that are gonna be too hard to explain on the fly. Basically, is what this replay will be used for. And then
Hmm.
after I like when I'll be coaching you, it'll be really hard for you to play good because like I'm gonna be your brain and you're gonna be the hands. But after that, I'll explain you every decision that I made you do that I didn't have time to explain. You understand?
Yep.
So you're about to suck basically when I'm gonna be coaching you. But it's fine. Like it's a good sucking. What are you typing? Are you loading up the replay?
Oh no, sorry, I just had a friend talking to me. I
Okay.
just need to
That,
set myself to busy.
yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about it.
The replay's already loaded up though.
Oh yeah, at 1 minute times two.
Yep, just give me a sec to get there. Okay.
Whoa. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. So, um, like, unless you play on like Neurism Crypt or Abyssal Cavern, or even like Antigua or Tal'Darim, like let's say you play on Shattered, okay, or Melopolis, you should scout on 11. Let's say you play on Zalnaga, you should scout on 12. Let's say you play on Shikaris, you should scout on 11. You want me to
Uh-huh.
explain?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so scouting on 9 is good if like there's three spawning uh, location possible for your enemy. But on Shattered and Metalopolis, they kill close spawn, and on Shakuras, they can only spawn at two locations. So it's good to scout on 11 because it's the best economical way. Plus, you'll be able to scout the two spawns. Now, if uh, if you're playing on Zelnaga, it's only a two-player map. You can scout on 12. That's
Okay.
basically it. That's the rundown. Now, there's a few things. If we just look at his base, did you see I saw a reactor?
I didn't catch that, no.
No, okay, we're gonna go back because I was
Okay.
babbling. Go at 2 minute and 10 seconds.
Okay.
Tell me when you're ready.
Okay, I'm there.
Three, two, one, go. So there's like a few things to scout when you scout him. Is the depot is the racks at the ramp? If yes, most likely a 111 can still be bio. Does he have a gas? If yes, can be bio, can be 111, can be about anything. If he doesn't, most likely a fast expand build. And see, I'm blocking with a Panon, but I also see the second racks. And then I will cancel the Panon the moment I will see the add-on, which is a reactor. So that's a two racks reactor first pressure. I think that that's one thing that you probably don't do, like since you're Plat, is you don't analyze what your opponent opened with. If you lose or if you win a game and you're not sure what he did, loading up the replay and finding out is really important because
Mm.
like try and error, like even if you win, will help you if you know what he opened with. So I know he's gonna do some kind of bio push. I deny scouting. I open 3 gate, which will allow me to expand, but also counterattack and crush his bio push. You see right now he's moving out with 5 Marine, 1 Marauder. That's 2 racks reactor first pressure what he's
Okay.
doing. So if you open 1 gate expand, defending that can be a bit hard, but 1 gate expand is doable most of the time. Like on big maps like Antigua, Tal'Darim, 1 gate expand is really popular. If you play on maps like Zalnaga, Shattered, Medopolis, Abyssal, Nerism, 3 gate expand is better, but if you suck on scouting, like let's say he has like depots at the ramp and Berks, he might go Banshee. So if you expand 3 gate expand and you forget or if you don't see anything, or if you forget that it could be 111 and you don't get observers, you're fucked. You understand that?
Yeah, yeah.
So basically, I thought he was gonna take his expand a bit sooner. So I was like gonna crush. Well, no, I'm gonna be crushing him. Basically, what I did is I turned my 3 gate into a 5 gate push because I knew that since we didn't fought, and I knew he opened 2 racks expand or 2 racks pressure, I knew that I would do good. But that kind of pressure with 5 gate takes really good control. Like you can see, my force fields were pretty amazing. So like it's really hard to just do that. It's really hard to do what I did. So, like at your level, it's better to play passive at first. So at least like you have good mechanics, good macro, and stuff like that. So right now, until he has Medivacs, I'll be able to contain him.
Hmm.
I even got hallucination to be able to scout with a Phoenix when the Medivacs are going to come out. Because if you ever like start being good enough with your micro and want to do pressure and contain and counterattacks, if you do contain him and he unloads like he unloads in the fog and stem at you, you're fucked. He's gonna come down the ram, he's gonna stem, and you're gonna be fucked. But I have a, I have a Phoenix. I'm poking him at his midivag. I'm like, hey bitch, I see what you're doing. Back home, added my gases, made enough probes, started ticking, getting Colossus because I need AoE. Because double click a Marine right now. You see that shit? Getaway unit's not gonna get through that. I need AoE. Archon's really shitty, but can be good at your level because they don't kite and they don't
Hmm.
spread. But Colossus is the most easiest. You see, I still have an hallucination. I said I was trying to pick up some units and do drops. An observer on top of his army. How many observers I have? I have only one because I forgot to make two while I was doing a contain because a contain is not that easy to do. And because I was going to Colossus, I only made one forge, but realistically, with the amount of probes I had, did you see the drop I killed in the main?
No, actually.
So I made two Zots, and I put my stalkers on two, and I went and sniped the drop because I saw it with my observer.
Ah, right, okay.
And yeah, he killed the pylons behind. But yeah, so realistically, if you have a lot of workers, you can double. I could have double forged, and I will add a second forge here soon. But like, let's say, so you have a few things. Like once you're on two base, you have a few options, right? You have Colossus and one forge. You have Colossus with no forge, and then later on do double forge. You have double forge with just like a lot of gateways and immortals, and you have one forge, one twilight. Now the one forge, one twilight is best if you get blink first, but blink first takes an incredible amount of micro, so I don't really recommend that to you. If you're having trouble against marauders, you know, like charge lots is good, but it can also make it harder to control your army because you know the charge lots they just run everywhere. So like
Mm,
yeah, right now I went for three. I went for Colossus, and he saw that, and you see like the amount of Vikings he's starting to have. That's why I
yeah,
switched into Templar right away. Like the moment, like I think it was back when he killed my first Colossus. You remember, like near the main.
yeah.
Yeah, he sniped it. At that moment, I was like, okay, it's obvious I'm going Colossus. He's gonna transition. And you see, like right now, I'm using my stalkers to fight off the Vikings, and that's all they're here for. And I'm even not doing it that good just because I have trouble microing Templar, Stalker, and an army. Because my problem is I only have two control groups for units, and the Templars are on two. So, and usually I put the Stalkers on two. So when it comes to a battle, I'm just like, ah! And like realistically, I should like unodd key my Stalkers, give them a command, and then do 1A without the Stalkers, like attack move without the Stalkers. But maybe
Hmm.
that's something I'll fix for the future, or just get a new control group somewhere. Anyway, point is, you know, really got upgrades right now. Went to double forge, and one thing too, if you open like Colossus one forge or one Twilight one forge. Once you get a third is when you add the second forge.
Okay.
I think I have a few notes I'm gonna give you in a notepad that I wrote for another student after this because I know it's a lot of information. I'm also gonna be uploading this segment of me analyzing this game. Although it's a bit butch and we didn't pause and focus on everything, I think it still will be good for like people on YouTube and also for you to go watch back. Plus the notes I'll give you. So basically that's it. Good decision making. As you can see right now, I'm at 67 probes. Do you want to know why? At
How's
the end
that?
of the
Well, I
game?
suppose you're on three bases, so
No,
or two at the moment.
no. Three mining bases would equal 78 probes. The reason I'm at 67 is because when I got my third, because of the contain, and because it wasn't like a really good like games where there's a lot of actions and back and forth, and you spend a lot of resources into attacking and like rebuilding your army. It's hard to get to three mining bases. So like close games where he does a lot of pressure or he failed an all in and the game's not over, it's going to be really hard for you to get to three mining bases. So two mining bases equals 60 probes, three mining bases equals 78. The reason is three mining bases you want to have 20 20 20, like three times 20, and you never want to count the gas. And two mining bases 24 24 plus the 6 6 for the gases that you never count because they're really easy to count. And the reason I'm saying that is because yes, I was on three base, but by the time I got my third, my main was mined out. So realistically, I have two mining bases. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's something like that even sometimes I fuck up. There's so much action. I'm like, I need probes. Probes are good. Blah, blah. And I'll never get to three mining bases. And I get up to 70, 80 probes. And I'll never get three mining bases. And my two mining bases are oversaturated. Like, fuck me. Especially on small maps. And one thing, too, three mining bases is what you want. But if you play on like Tal'Darim or Antigua, where like there's a lot of bases, you can spread those 3 mining bases into 5 mining bases. Instead of having 78 spread across 3 base, you have it spread across 5 base. That way, that's if you have a huge lead. That way, you make cannons everywhere, you leave a Templar at each base, and if he wants to hurt your economy, well, he's only going to attack 1/5 of it instead of 1/3.
Yeah.
That makes
Yeah, I understand
sense?
that.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I know, I sound like a big nerd, but StarCraft 2 is an economy game, and if you don't like grab that fact by the balls and make it your bitch, then you're gonna end up with a shitty economy, and you're gonna be like, he has more than me, I don't understand. So we're gonna find you someone to play, and we're gonna play.
Okay.
So I'm gonna host Antigua. I prefer Antigua. Like, yeah, it's easier than Tal'Darim because Tal'Darim they can flank you. If they try to put pressure at the natural, which can be like a bit hard for you. So we're gonna, give you an easy time and go for Antigua.
Mhm.
Come in the chat channel desrowfighting so I can invite you to the game.
Yeah, I'm in there.
Okay. Um, what's your name again? Sorry.
CavX.
Okay. I didn't even realize your your account name and the replay. I was so busy talking and making sure you become a boss. He says, should I turn off the stream? Yeah, so on this map you want to scout on 9.
Alright, okay, 9, yep.
Yeah. Like maps where there's 3 spawning possibilities for him, is you scout on 9. If there's 2, you scout on 11. And if there's 1, you scout on 12.
Okay.
Wow, that was really well said. I think I'm gonna say that forever now. Instead of like saying the maps and shit. Well, as long as whatever, just get 12 gate. I like 12 gate.
Alright. Should I chrono boost again or save
Yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah. Chrono boost. Only 2 chrono on Nexus. I don't like to do 3 because make another probe. Okay. Because it removes you some opportunities to do aggressive build, and if they're good, they'll know that.
Gas 15?
Yeah. Well, you should do 14 since you do 12 gate, but I'm gonna forgive
Alright.
you since you're a 13 gate guy. It's all about forgiveness.
Are we getting a Zealot or going straight into Cybercore?
Or Cybercore all the time. Oh my god, do it. Blah, 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 blah. Like the core, you need to think about making the core before the gate's about to be complete. So you do it right away. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I
Yep.
normally try to do that.
Okay. So yeah, we're gonna go for 1 gate FE, so just make probes until 20. We're gonna do 20 Nexus. That means we're gonna expand without any single unit. But
Okay.
that's also because we know he's gonna run Rax FE. But like if you scout him first and he's gas less, then 20 Nexus is good. Yeah, just try to get in. You couldn't
Okay.
get in?
Ah,
Oh, I didn't see how you scouted. I'm sorry. We should have made that survive. And you should have got like warp gate research before making the Nexus, but that's okay. Just chrono it and chrono it, and cut probes. No cut probes. And then after your stalker, you can start making probes again. So make a stalker, chrono it. You want to deny scouting, and with that stalker, what you want to do is you want to put him at the bottom of his ramp, so like you know when he moves out or what he's doing or if he wants to do a marine pressure. Sounds good.
yep.
Put the rally point of the gate away on the. Okay, that's done. Make another pylon. So before you make anything else in your main, you really want to kill that SCV. So I'd keep the stalker all the time. Makes it easier if you make probe. Press 1, move the stalker. Make probe. Dude, you've been cutting probes for like 30 seconds. That's really not
Yeah,
good.
I accidentally hotkeyed my building Nexus to 4 instead of my built one.
Oh, yeah. Make the second gas. Make the second gas, make a robo, add 2 more gates. You shouldn't have 500 minerals, but I'm gonna forgive you. Chrono probes too. Now be careful with the stalker. Move up the ram, see if he's setting up defense. If he is, just go back down. Okay, poke again, poke again. Oh, pull back, pull back, pull back. I told him to do one rack Siffy, but I think he didn't know it was gasless that I wanted. So just chrono probes, chrono probes. Oh, can you pause the game? There's one thing I haven't explained to you.
Yeah.
The way probes work is you always want 16 on minerals, and then you want to transfer the cutoff. So let's say you have 20, you want to transfer 4 and transfer the rally point of your main to your natural. The reason is 16 is because 2 probes per patches is the most efficient way to mine. That's 70%. If you have anything more than 2 per patches, they're not as efficient. Like the third probe per patch is not as efficient as the first 2. So you fill your gases. Once you have 16 in the minerals, you transfer the rally point. And then at the natural, once you have 16 plus the gases filled, you put back the rally point of your main and your main. Now, I don't expect you to put back the rally point this game, but in the future, that's the best way to do it. You're probably going to fuck it up. Point is, fill the second gas, count how many probes there's left. 16 is 2 rows, by the way. So let's say you have 16 plus 2, then transfer 2 in the rally point.
Okay.
Sounds good?
Yep.
Ask him if he's ready, and then you can unpause.
Okay.
Try to box without touching the gas. Yeah, and transfer rally point and chrono probes like a man. Transfer the rally point. There you go. Make pylons too. Don't get supply block. Transform gates. Make sentries too. Because like, oh, make probes. You're chronoing. You're wasting chrono at the natural. Okay. Make an observer. Chrono it. Make sentries. Observer. Chrono it. Make sentries. Go. Sentry, sentry, sentry. Like the reason you want to make your sentries first is because you want them to build energy for later on. Sentry, 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 and one more pylon. Okay, probe. One more pylon. You can make a third gas at the natural. The rally point of the robotic should always be towards his base, so the observer doesn't sit on your base like he is doing right now and wasted precious seconds. Make some zots to go along with those sentries. With one more sentry, sentries out. You have a pylon at the natural, don't warp in the main. Thank you. Another pylon, keep chronoing probes. Another pylon. We're gonna go Colossus, even though we have no clue what the fuck he's doing. So what? We'll need gas. And right now, if he comes and attack you, how are you gonna force field the ramp? You're not. You're gonna die. So move up. Okay, you see with your observer, he has a bunch of bio, so we're gonna go Colossus. Make a forge right now since you can afford it. Get the Ford gas at the natural. Make forge and Robo Bay. Probe another pylon. Yeah, the way you build your base is retarded. If you have to defend with stalkers, they're gonna struggle to get in the main. So where's the second observer I ordered? Chrono it now. Put the rally point at the bottom of his net. Yeah, perfect. Now move up that observer. If he makes a turret and you're not watching, you're gonna die. Put it in the main. Put it in the main. There you go. Keep making probes. Probe. Fill the Ford gas. Get armor. You always want to go for armor. Now you have enough probes. You have 16 at the natural. So you want to put back the rally point of your main in your main. No, only the main in your main. The natural stays at the natural.
Alright, okay.
Get Colossus. Get Colossus. Don't make a single stalker or I slap you. We're short on gas. Those odds were needed. Like, because, you know, dude, those pylons, if you need to get in the main, you're like fucking blocking yourself. This is not like, you're not playing Zerg. More pylons. You have 3 gates and a robo. And, you can start adding 2 more gates now. That, you have, like, enough economy. Like, once you have 16, that's a good trigger to add 2 more gates. Here again, you're blocking yourself to run in your main, but you know at this point, I'm gonna stop pointing it out because it's obviously a lost cause. But you know, send a probe to the third. Maybe you can start a pylon or 2 over there, and you know for a third eventually. Look at the minimap. Are you seeing the minimap? The minimap.
Yep.
Tag it on a marauder. Click on a marauder. Right click on a marauder. Now it's gonna follow it. Chrono Colossus, like your life's depending on it. Oh fuck. Did you lose a Colossus? No, okay. Change your rally point of your Robo before you do lose one. Make only Zots, get a Twilight. And I want
Okay.
you to chrono like Colossus and upgrades, like your life's depending on it. Get a Twilight for charge, because we have a lot of Zots. That's now that you're starting to make Stalkers to defend drops. And put the Stalkers on 2. Put everything on 1, put the Stalkers on 2. Don't put the Stalkers on 1. Start making Stalkers. Get a Twilight and a Forge, a second Forge. Oh shit. Can you move like the Colossus and make Zots? Yeah, you should have made Zots. Yeah, okay. Okay, can you continue the upgrades on Forge? Get Twilight, get Forge. Get Twilight, get Forge. At the natural, please. None in the main.
Oh, wow,
Get
misclick.
Forge. Guardian Shield, Force Field, Guardian Shield, Force Field, Guardian Shield, Force Field, Force Field, Guardian Shield. That's good. Zod. Make Zod. 5 gates available, 5 gates available, 5 gates available, 5 gates available. Bring the Colossus. You should have hotkey what's in the main on 2, so you could have like 2-way towards the natural. Chrono your gates. Like you need to defend and chrono your gates. Keep warping in. Make some Zod Stalker. Build a third. You guys traded. You can still expand. You have a lot of money. Build a third. Get charge. Upgrades from the 2 forge. Charge. Upgrades from the 2nd forge. You have too many workers in your main. Send some to the natural, to the main. I mean, too many to the natural. Send some to the main. There you go. Love you. Make Zod. 2 sentries not enough. Get like 1 more. Make more pylons. Chrono the forges, chrono charge. Those motherfucking pylons, I'm gonna slap you. I'll teach you after. Still love you.
Okay.
Okay. Now, like that, you're about to get a turret. It's good to go to 7 gates. So 2 more. Keep
Okay.
chronoing. Keep chronoing the upgrades. Like your life's depending on it. Jesus Christ. Your main is like a Chinese buffet, and then your natural is like the fridge of a homeless man. There's nothing like, but it needs to be balanced, bro. Anyway, third's about to be done. Transfer from main and third natural. Like take like 5 from each and transfer rally point. Yeah, that wasn't exactly 5 from each. There's a minivac near your main. Make some zots. Like make 3 zots in the main. Three. Chrono the Forges, he's gonna drop in the smoke. Zot, make 2 Zots at least, so like your stalkers don't tank the Marauders and shit. Okay, you need to keep pumping Colossus, get Templar. You need to keep pumping Colossus, put the rally point of the robotic on one of the Colossus so it will follow your army. Robotic facility, rally point on one of the Colossus so it will follow your army. There you go, you click on the motherfucker, there you go. Chrono the Forges, make Zots. Zot, 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 Zot. Okay, the Templar Archive. It would have been great at the natural, is all I'm gonna say. Zod, 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 more power, more power, more power. Put on the forges. Get the gases. Oh, can you move? Like, you have a turret. There's no reason for you to sit at the natural. Can you move your army? Hotkey it on 1. It should always be hotkeyed. Send the probes back. Send the probes back and make probes. Send the probes. Like, the moment your army is close, you send them back right away. You don't lose time. Make Zod, 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 Zod. Can you fix the gas in your main? There's a gas with only one guy.
Alright, yeah.
Start making immortals and get storm and get the gases at the third. That's like one of the most important things since like Protoss. Since you're doing a tech switch and you really need that gas really badly. Okay, still too many workers. You didn't transfer the rally point. I'm gonna slap you. Transfer 5 probes from the natural.
Where am I transferring the rally point?
To the third, to the third, to the third, and those probes to the third. And the main, look at those probes, send them to the third. You transferred like 5 probes to the main. Send that to the third. Thank you. Fill the gases, get storm, get zealots. Can you get maxed out? More pylons, come on. Like you're on 3 base and you make 2 pylons. You want to get slapped. Like you're asking for it. Your army needs to be spread out. You have a lot of units at the natural, not with your army. Make a pylon on the low ground for Christ's sake. If he attacks you, you can at least reinforce. What the why are you going? Oh. Guardian shield. Well, it was a great learning experience. We're gonna look at the replay, and I'll point out everything that you fuck up on. But a really good learning experience. Like, what you needed to do is when you drop there, you make zealots and you keep your army there spread out. You can't like drops are meant for you to get your army out of position. If you get your army out of position, it's like you put your pants down and you get on your knees and you're like, okay, fuck me. Okay? You don't want to be fucked, okay? That's the way this game works. Go at 1 minute times 2. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
And don't worry, I'm critical, but it's nothing personal. It's for you to be traumatized and to learn good.
Okay, I'm there.
Okay, you're there at 1 minute?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. So seriously, your main, like you spread out your tech. So if he drops a base, he doesn't get to take out everything he wants. So
Okay.
at the natural, like I think put it pause it at 3 minutes, and we're gonna go on times 4. and then we're gonna go watch my replay on times 8 on Antigua just to show you like what kind of base you need. So are you at 3 minute?
Yep.
Times 4.
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, basically it was a good game. A bit sloppy. Like you got up to like 500 minerals, and that shouldn't happen. Harassing his other bases would have been good with some Zods, but I was mostly focusing on you like having good macro and also making good decision upgrade wise. And I think like you did fantastic for that. Like if we just look at the game where you played against that guy, that replay, like you've got like so much better in just 2 games. Even though I was telling you everything, like didn't have a ridiculous amount of stalkers, didn't have shit upgrades, didn't have shit tech. But yeah, the gases at the third's really important. Getting the third a bit earlier would have been good. Yeah. The observer, the rally point, really important. You see how you lost like so many seconds. Like
Yeah.
those things is where you can learn on your own. But people sometimes they're not critical. They're just like, StarCraft 2 is cool. I like to play the game, and they're not being critical of everything they do. And that's how you fuck up and like you don't play as good as me, for example. That doesn't make you stupid or bad or anything. It just you need to be more critical. Like as long as you accept that you suck, you're gonna get better. You see those pylons? Those pylons could have been behind the mineral lines and every base, and it would have not blocked you from getting in the main. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Like those at my natural, and I like where you put those like 1,000 pylons, I'd have 3 at most. Just like an example.
Mhm.
And maybe more if I started building like my 6, 7 gate there, or my fourth, fifth gate, or my second forge, or my twilight. You understand? Like everything was in your main beside the twilight, and that's because the twilight got sniped once. And then you put the Templar archive in the easiest spot droppable ever. It's like
Yeah, that was pretty stupid.
yeah, you were begging. And one thing too is when you get a third, you don't do this for the natural, but third, fourth, fifth, before the nexus is about to be completed, always make the gases. That way, as soon as you transfer, you can already put the probes and gas before transferring. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like as you transfer, instead of clicking to the minerals, you click to the gas, remove 3 probes, click to the second gas, remove 3 probes, and then click in the minerals. Or you can just do it later on, but just like having the gases done before the nexus makes it a lot easier to transfer, and you like there's no way you're gonna miss it, if there's gases up and you're transferring. And here, like I said, if you would have made, and you weren't even maxed out to 200 because like I was, half your brain, and already with even like with 2 brains of yours, that guy was pretty good compared to you. So I don't think you would have won even if I didn't help. But it was no, but like the point is, we learned a lot, and that was pretty good. I'm gonna send you a replay right now.
Okay.
But no, like I said earlier, like there's a lot of things you can do, and in PvT you can go Colossus one forge, Twilight one forge, Double forge, Immortal, Gateway Heavy. There's a lot of things you can do, and oh shit, okay, and fuck, hold on. It's like basically up to what you scout. If he has a lot of Marines and you think you need AoE, then go for Colossus. Honestly, Colossus is like a bit easier to beat, in my opinion. This one, except on Skype, load it up. So are you learning good? Are you not too traumatized?
Yeah, yeah, I am learning. I am learning. It's one of the most hectic games of StarCraft I've ever played, but I am learning.
Okay, that's good. Okay, So yeah, go just load up. Let the replay load at times 8, and yeah,
Okay.
and then I'm just gonna explain to you like my main, my natural, and eventually my third. Are you done loading?
At 10 out of 15.
Okay. Okay, I like honestly, if you like want to take a screenshot of my bases and like put it on your wall and frame it, I would honestly maybe sponsor you for it. Like honestly, like no, but you'll see. Once it's done loading, I'll explain everything and yeah, like even that game, like I didn't particularly do my best, but that's also because I was putting a lot of pressure with Colossus. Like usually. Usually my forges would be split because I don't double forge that much anymore. So are you done loading? I'm done loading.
Yep, done now.
Okay, so you see in the main, I start with one gate and then one robo. That they're not like all together. I try to not make more than 3 buildings together, like powered by pylons or whatever. Not only by pylons, but like if they start like if they're in a position to snipe buildings and you give them 3 buildings instead of two, that
Mhm.
like okay, it might buy you more time, but then it's gonna cut your production facilities. So what I like, don't look at my forges and my twilight yet. So I went one gate one robo. Then I put the robo bay at the natural. If he scans my main, he sees a robo. He doesn't know there's gonna be a robo bay. Like, he scans my he scans my natural. He sees a robo. He's not gonna see the double forge. Now of course that's just like theory crafting because the forges were really late, and then the Twilight really had a shitty position. Realistically, it should have been at the natural. But I just want you to take a look at the pylons. You see the pylons at the natural?
There aren't many.
No, 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 but they're behind the mineral line. Then there's two to cover like 3 buildings, and then there's one that's covering one gate. And let's say I would have added another gate, then I would have added another pylon. And then if you look in the main, there's two for the buildings. There's one, and then there's one, and then you look at the net like the third. There's one in front. Like what realistically you should do is always make the pylon before the nexus. Um, or yeah, make the nexus before the pylon. But as well, no, realistically, you should send a probe to the base you want to make a pylon when you can't afford a nexus, and get the nexus up after. If you're going there fresh and you have money for boat, then get the Nexus first, obviously. And then it's all about like not having sucky pylons. You see, like I could like make a track race in my main going to my natural. If he does a doom, like let's say that guy made 8 minivacs, loaded up everything and dropped your main. The time it would have took you to get in your main, we would have been there tomorrow. That's just an
Yeah.
example. So that's just like how to get a better base, and then we covered like upgrades, unit composition. We switched to Templar, but we were dry on gas, so it didn't work out. Plus, you were out of position and had shitty positioning. But we switched to Templar, which was really good. We started like as you switch to Templar, you start making immortals because like you need some type of like good unit that does like a lot of burst, and immortals a
hmm
decent amount of burst. And you had double forge. You were good on chrono. The probe saturation you sucked at. Like, are you still like looking at my game?
Yeah.
You see, like, I have less than 16 in main and natural, but that's because I transferred a bit too much while applying pressure to my third. And as you can see, I didn't transfer my rally points. I realized a bit later that my mineral efficiency was crooked. So if the game would have went on a bit longer, I would have kept making probes, but each nexus to their respective mineral line, so I would have eventually fixed my mineral saturation. Because if you count the third, the answer is biased because my gas are not filled. You understand like how big the economy is and how huge of a nerd I am?
Yeah, yeah, I do understand because
Okay.
StarCraft is mainly a game of economy.
Okay, good. So yeah, basically, really good game. We have 5 minutes left. I think we're just gonna play some micro situation, and you can ask me questions while we do that. So
Okay.
go ahead. Do you have any questions? PvP, PvZ, PvT. Get at me.
Um, I suppose PvZ, one of my problems is knowing when I can actually expand against them, like how I know when they're on the back foot or if I can safely actually expand.
Repeat that. Sorry.
In PvZ, how
Mm-hmm.
to know when to actually expand, like when it's safe and what's good
The natural or the
timings.
third?
Natural. Like if you
Um,
don't do like a forge fast expand.
you can one gate FE if they don't open gas first, like gas and pool. You can one gate FE and then start making a wall at your natural with like the third pylon, like the 22 pylon, the 32 pylon, like the third pylon, and
Hmm.
you can like one gate FE into like forge gate or like gate one gate FE gate, and yeah, and if they go gas first, it's better to be safe and do three gate expand. And basically, like if they go gas first, they might all in, they might make 1,000 lings and overrun you. So like having a lot of sentries to expand is good.
Mm.
You should expand around like 30 food if you three gate, and you should expand around like 27, 26 if you one gate expand.
Okay,
Sounds good.
cool.
Do you have a shitty computer or something?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. My computer hates loading things in StarCraft. Everything else is fine, but hates StarCraft.
Okay, so do you have trouble against like speedlings?
Um, Not greatly, but sometimes.
Okay, let me show you something. You're Plat, and you sucked at making force field in our game. So, um, how would you beat mass speedling?
Probably Sentry and Colossus,
Nah. Let's say you
mainly
don't.
anyway.
Let's say you don't have Colossus.
Then probably just a lot of Zealots, Sentries, and a few Stalkers in the back.
Nah. Come here. Make like get speed on your links, and make like 50 of them, like 25 food of links,
Okay.
and hurry up too. Put the rally point in front of the hatchery so it doesn't bug. Okay, hotkey it, hotkey it, and come. Is that 25 food?
Oh, right, sorry, I thought you said,
That's fine. Just come. Just come. Just come.
okay.
And come kill me. Fuck. I kind of like lost one of the big sentry, the juicy one. And then you can keep making a donut. Well, I ran out of energy because I lost one of the sentries. Yeah, you're gonna win. This is. I would have killed 25. Fuck you. Ah. Okay, so I want you to do it. Do you understand how to do a donut? Like you can beat Lings with Sentry Stalker. That's
Hmm.
just what I want to show you. So make like suicide those links, send them at the top of the map, and make like 7 sentries so you don't run out like me, and make like 8 stalkers. Go and make a nidus to get to the middle of the map too, so it gets faster. Get in the nidus is what I'm trying to say.
How many centuries did you want me to get?
7, 7, 7. Do 7, 7.
Okay.
Okay. Kill the nidus so I don't like run too fast to you. Okay, and put yourself like, yeah, move up a bit, so you're like in a choke. That's okay. You ready?
Yep.
Hey, don't chase. Just make force field around you and donut your army. Like when the first wave of force field is about to like disappear, make sure to resurround your army and clump it up even more. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Good luck. Good donut. I'd surround myself from the back. I donut myself more from the front. Jesus Christ. From the back again. Donut yourself. Like you can no 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 like push your units. You can push it more. Push it more. Push it more. Push more. Push more. Push more. Yeah, see? So you can beat Lings with just Stalker Sentry. Now of course those 7 sentries add 200 energy each, but you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. Cause like let me show you here. Look on my side. You see those?
Mm-hmm.
Let's put some stalkers. You can just like start surrounding, and then it's gonna start pushing your units, and then you do it on top, and then you do it on top, and then you do it on top, and then you holy shit. And imagine if you do that on top of like, with a Colossus and you attack. And let's say like make roaches and come with a Nidus.
Okay. How many roaches do you want?
Just make like 20 and come like in front of me to the east of where my Nidus is. Colossus coming out of a Nidus doesn't seem real, but oh well. Well, yeah, I wanted you to be to the east, but
All right.
no
Sorry.
no no no, I'm gonna live with it. I'm gonna live with it. Are you ready?
Yep.
Yeah. Hold on, I'll remove one Colossus. You don't have enough roaches. So try to attack me, and then once you see this? I can literally like like you see how clumped up your roaches are?
Yeah.
So when you force field to prevent someone from attacking you and they don't realize it right away, force field behind those units again so they're trapping, then your Colossus like will do extra amount of damage because they're all clumped up. That makes sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So best of luck. Do you have any last question before I leave you?
Not really. No.
If you have questions, like strategy question, like you're not sure of the best answer because you're being critical of yourself and learning from your mistakes, don't hesitate to message me. It's always cool to help a student that's really trying to get better and learn on its own. Um, and yeah, if you just have any question, you can message me on Skype. Sounds good?
Sounds good. Cool.
So yeah, thank you for your time and have a good night.
Thanks. You too.